Hey guys, welcome back. It's Krystal. So today I'm going to be doing a top 10 favorite drugstore products at the moment. These are all products that I'm loving, that I use on a regular basis, pretty much on a daily basis for the most part and for most of the products. I do, switch up some things here and there, but for the most part I've been using these non-stop. I love them. I think they're totally worth it. I recommend them. And I'm doing this video in collaboration with Stephanie from FlorishXo. I will make sure to link her video and channel down below, so make sure you check her out. So Stephanie does a lot of videos similar to my channel. She does decluttering, she does hauls, reviews, just a little bit of everything. And she lives in Canada. I live here in the United States. And I always enjoy doing collabs, so thank you to Stephanie for asking me to do this collab with her, because I was really happy to do it. And I've been wanting to do like a favorite drugstore products type video anyway, so let's go ahead and jump right in. First I'm going to talk about blush. These are from Essence. These are newer to the Essence line. They used to have Satin Touch blushes, that's what these are called. They used to have them in their line before, and I think they used to have like 5 or 6 shades. I have all of those still. I love those. For the price, a lot of Essence products are just hits for me. I think they're really worth the money. They're great. Some of them I feel like are even better than higher end products, and they're just so affordable, which is awesome. So these are newer to the Essence line. They only have 2 shades in these blushes. They discontinued the older Satin Touch blushes. I don't know why, because they were great. And now they have these 2 new ones, but they only have 2 shades, which is kind of sad because I love these and I really wish they would come out with more colors. So let me just show you the packaging. These blushes are $2.99, I believe, and you can find them at Ulta. And this is what they look like. Now, obviously, if you live in Canada, I don't think Canada has Ultas, but I know that Essence is sold in other stores in Canada, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if you're new, if you're coming from Stephanie's channel, hi, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. So the packaging's nice. It's just like a clear acrylic, small, sleek packaging, nice and simplistic, which I really love. You get 5 grams of product in here for $2.99, and these are the 2 shades right here. So this one's called Satin Love, and this one's Satin Coral. And I just love these. They're very, very smooth to the touch. They have a satin finish. They blend onto the skin beautifully. And I feel like I can never go like too overboard with these. They're very pigmented, but like the colors themselves, I don't know, they just blend so effortlessly onto the face. And I feel like I can wear these colors with pretty much anything. I just think they're really great everyday shades. Compare with any eye look that I'm doing, any lipsticks. They're just gorgeous. So Satin Coral over here, and this is Satin Love. So Essence, you need to come out with more shades of these blushes because I love them. And you can see I've used them a ton. They had like designs in them before, but I've kind of used them so much that the designs are fading away. So overall, I'm so impressed with these. I just love these blushes. And I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about them. I am wearing Satin Love on my cheeks today. It's the more pinky shade, and it's a little bit mauve-y pink. It's really pretty. So formula, packaging, price point on those is great. I've done a lot of Essence reviews on my channel, so I will link those videos down below. If I forget, just remind me. While we're on the Essence topic, let's go ahead and just talk about the other 2 products that I love from Essence and I use regularly. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I love this mascara. It is my holy grail at the moment. This is all I want to use. Now I have been mixing and matching and kind of using other mascaras in the mix just because I had quite a few other ones open and I just want to like get through those so they can get out of my collection. But this is my go-to. This is my favorite. I love it. I think this is also $2.99 or so. It's so maybe $3.99, maybe $4.99. I don't know. It's under $5. It's so affordable. This is what I have on my lashes today. I just love it because it gives a lot of volume instantly. I love the wand on here. It's more of a natural bristle wand, and it just really coats the lashes, and I love it. I just love it. It doesn't flake on me. It doesn't smudge or crease or anything like that. I don't have any issues with this. I think if you apply too many layers, it could get clumpy, but for me, I do two layers of this and it's good, and I love it. So it's my favorite mascara. So the third and final Essence product I have to mention in this video is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. They have two shades of this, and I have the darker one to mention in this video, but I also have the lighter one. I guess I can pull that out for you guys. But the packaging is really tiny. It's similar looking to the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I've never tried, but I heard a lot of people say it's comparable, but this is much more affordable. So this one's called Brownie Brows, not Brownie Browns, Brownie Brows. 3-in-1 color, fill and shape, colored eyebrow gel with fibers for naturally fuller looking brows. And I love that the wand is super tiny. It has fibers in it, and it combs through the brows really nicely. This is what I have on my eyebrows right now. And I use this a lot on days like today where I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to do my makeup, which is why my makeup is pretty simple today. No eyeshadow. And I didn't want to fill in my eyebrows with an eyebrow pencil, a pomade, or a powder. So this is my go-to eyebrow gel. I just throw it through my brows and it makes them a little bit darker, makes them look fuller because of the fibers. And it's really easy to work with because the brush on it is so small. So this is like my go-to brow product at the moment. It is my favorite. Let me go ahead and show you the difference in colors between this one and the next one. All right, so this one up here is called Blondie Brows and Brownie Brows. And I used to use Blondie Brows before my hair was dark, when I had more highlighted hair. And I liked it as well, but I feel like this color can look a little bit frosted on the eyebrows. I think because it's a little bit too light for me. It's hard for me to pick up any product because this one is probably almost gone, to be quite honest. So there is Blondie Brows, Brownie Brows. And the Brownie Brows is pretty dark. I will say it's probably a little bit too dark for my eyebrows, but I don't know, I use it all the time. I wish they would come out with more shades. That's the only downfall with these, is they only have 2 colors. Like if you're a redhead or you need a color in between these 2, then obviously they might not work out for you. But they hold my brows in place nicely without making them crisp or crunchy, which is also what I like about it. So Brownie Brows is my go-to brow product at the moment. I don't have any other products on my eyebrows today. That was the only thing that I used. And even if it looks a little bit dark, you can just go over your brows with like a powder, loose powder, really briefly, just real light. And it kind of helps tone the shade down. Just a little tip for you guys. So sticking with the brow products, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe is my favorite brow pencil. I've purchased so many of these. I have 2 more backups that I recently purchased when Ulta was doing a buy one get one free on NYX products, which they rarely do. It's usually like buy one get one half off, but this was buy one get one free. So I bought 2 backups because it's just my go-to eyebrow pencil. I like that it's really thin and small, and then it has a nice small spoolie on the other end. So I use this all the time. I've probably been through like 10 of these. I've been through a lot of them. And they're about $10, but if you can buy them when they're on sale, then I would recommend that. And I just really like the shade of Taupe. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. It's just like the perfect shade for my eyebrows. Don't have this in right now just because I use the brow mascara by itself. But that's my favorite brow product. A lot of people say it's comparable to the Anastasia brow product, but I've never tried that because I just am one who does not want to spend $20-something on an eyebrow pencil. Is anybody else with me? There's certain products I don't like spending a lot of money on. Mascara and eyebrow products are one of those things. All right, let's talk about concealer. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I purchased mine from Ulta. So this is one of my recent favorite concealers. They don't have a lot of shades of this as well. I think there might be like 4 shades only. I have the shade in, I have Light Natural. I think the one that I used up, because I've already gone through one of these, and this is probably the fastest concealer I've gone through. I mean, not because there's like a little product in here, it's just the one I use the most and most consistently, so I went through it faster than any of the other ones that I own, because I have a lot of concealer. But I went through one of these recently. I used it up at the end of last year, so I repurchased it recently. This one's pretty new. I've only used it a few times since I purchased it. It's made in Italy. You get 0.16 fluid ounces. I think it's under $5. Very affordable. It's very pigmented, very creamy, doesn't crease or look cakey under the eye. There is a little swatch right there. It's very creamy, great coverage. The one thing I will say about this is the smell. It's very floral smelling, which I hate floral scents for the most part. It's pretty fragrant. Once I put it under my eyes and blend it out, I no longer smell it, but the initial smell of it's not that great. But I love the concealer formula so much that I can overlook that. So this is a favorite. I love it. I pretty much wear it on a regular basis, but I just repurchased that one recently within the last week. So another favorite from the drugstore is my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. This is, I believe, under $5. It might be like $4.99. I got mine at Target a while ago. Gosh, maybe last year sometime. This is in translucent. I believe they have 2 different shades of this. And you get 20 grams of product for under $5. So you get a lot of product in here. And I feel like this is one of the best drugstore loose face powders in my opinion. I have several different ones. This is just one of my favorites. It does have a little tint to it. I would say it's not stark white. Almost has like a little hint of pink, I would say. I don't even know if it's pink, maybe just off-white. It's not totally like a translucent white. Has a little bit of, I don't even want to say color to it because it's not really color. It's just like has a slight tint to it. But I love this powder. It makes my under eyes look nice, smooth, and flawless. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't look cakey. I love it. I set my under eye concealer with it all the time, and I also love to set my foundation with it. And I highly recommend it. I think it's one of the best ones out in the drugstore. So that one's a favorite. Talking about powders, I'm going to go into the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. And I have the shade in Light. I love this. You get 9.6 grams of product. I think this might be around $10, $12 from Ulta. If you get it at Target, it might be a little bit cheaper. So it's just a nice, like, baked, smooth, finely milled face powder. I love this to set my liquid foundation. This is what I'm wearing on my face today. I did have my makeup on from a lot earlier this morning. I went to the dentist this morning at 7 a.m. and it's probably like 2 o'clock now. Yeah, it's 2:21. So I did touch up my face a little bit with this powder, but it just looks really nice and smooth on the skin. Again, it doesn't look cakey or heavy, and it's just so soft, like super silky soft. So I just really like the formula of this. I feel like it has a little bit of a satiny finish, like it's not matte, which is I think why I really like it, because it doesn't look flat or cakey or powdery on the face. It just looks nice and smooth, gives a nice smooth finish to the skin without looking heavy. So that has been a favorite for a while. So as far as highlighters at the drugstore, I feel like the drugstore is stepping up their game. They're coming out with a lot of newer products, which is cool. But my favorite highlighting palette or highlighter at the drugstore is this one from Flower Beauty. I recently reviewed this. It is the Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. I just think the texture on this is the best at the drugstore, and it's just so beautiful, and you get 3 shades. It is expensive. I think it was around, might have been around $12, $13, but you get 3 shades in here. You get one with a champagne undertone, pink undertone, and more of a yellowy undertone, and they're just really smooth silk. They feel like silk, and they're very metallic, so you can wear these like sheared out or very intense, which is what I like about them. I just think the formula on this is the best in the drugstore. Like no other drugstore brand has done a highlighter this good. That's just my opinion. I love this. Packaging is cute, but I do wish it was a little bit smaller where it didn't have the brush on this side. Just makes the packaging a little bit bigger having this brush, which I never use. So this is made in Canada, but I don't think they sell Flower Beauty in Canada, which is kind of sad because I think a subscriber kind of mentioned that on one of my videos reviewing some of these Flower Beauty products. So I'm not sure if you could even purchase them online to have them shipped to you in Canada, but that is one of my favorite highlighting palettes or highlighters at the drugstore. I love it, and I am wearing a little bit of it today. I have the more champagne shade on my face. Alright, so I have 2 more products, and these 2 I'm going to lump into a category. These are 2 brushes. I got them at Target a long time ago. These are by the brand Up and Up, and I love these. They do not come in a set, unfortunately, but because they are the same brand and they're similar, I just thought I would group them together. So this is a powder brush for your face. I love the shape of this. This is my most used powder brush, and it's so affordable. It's probably like $8.99, maybe $9. I just like the shape. It's kind of tapered. It's fluffy, not too dense. It just blends powder onto the skin so amazingly. It's very, very soft. I just love the shape of it. I just love this brush. It's my go-to. I use it on a regular basis. I picked this one over like my higher end ones because I do have like some Sephora brushes that I love, but this one is just the one I always grab. I know that it's never gonna fail me. You could use this for powder, but you could also use it for bronzing because it is nice and tapered. So if you want to do like an all-over bronze to your skin, this is really nice because it's nice and fluffy, not too dense, so it's really going to buff the bronzer out onto the skin. So I love this brush. It's amazing. If I can find it, I will link. If I can find all these products online, I will link them below. And then this one here, I can't remember if you buy this one individually. It might come in a set. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't even know what it's called. I will try to put the name on the screen. But this one has a similar type shape. It's just a lot smaller. It's a little bit pinched here. Both of them are kind of pinched right here. And I love this brush for under eye setting powder. So I'll put my concealer on and then pat loose powder under my eyes with this. You could also use it for blush, which I did today. You could use it for highlighting. You could use it for bronzing as well. It's just a very multi-functional brush, and it's very, very soft. I love this brush. So those two are like go-to brushes. I use them all the time. And lastly is the EcoTools, this beauty sponge here. It comes in a duo, and it was just the other day I was looking. I have like a jar full of my beauty blenders, beauty sponges. And I noticed the smaller one that comes in this little duo, it looked like it had a line through it, so I took it out of the thing and sure enough, it broke. I'm like, what the heck? I haven't even used it that much. So this one's been going strong. This one is not as dense as the one that it comes with. All right, so it comes with this really big one right here. And I love mine's altered. All right, so the duo comes with these two right here, and I also did a whole review on the new EcoTools sponges and brushes that recently came out. I will link that below. So it comes with these two. It's around $9 for the two, and the big one is less dense than the small one. For some reason, the small one's a little bit more dense, but you see what I mean? Got a little crack there, and it tore. I haven't even used this one that much. I think it's because it's more dense. I'm not 100% sure, but this one's going pretty strong. It does get quite a bit bigger once you wet it and dampen it and squeeze out the excess water, and it's very squishy and soft. I would say it's maybe a hair firmer than the Beauty Blender, but it works so well. I love the shape of it. I love the flat angle here, and then it has a very straight cut there. So I love the flatness to pounce my foundation in, and you can also bake with like loose powder with this. You could do blush, you could do contour because you get the little rounded side on the bottom. And then the straight cut here is nice because you could use it in the inner tear duct to blend out your concealer. So I just overall love the shape of this. It has been my go-to beauty sponge recently. So those are my current top 10 favorite drugstore beauty products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your top 10 favorites are in the comments below. And don't forget to check out Stephanie's video. I will make sure to link that below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.